Pick a number between 1 and 10. Now multiply that number by 2 and add 8 to the result. Now divide that number by 2. Finally, subtract your original number from the number you are left with. You arrived at the number 4. Let's try again. Pick a number between 1 and 20. Now multiply that number by 2 and add 14 to the result. Now divide that number by 2. Finally, subtract your original number from the number you are left with. You arrived at the number 7. If you are asking yourself how I was just able to guess your number, I have successfully tricked your mind. Mind tricks are psychological tricks that make people think something other than what is actual or real. When we experience something that runs counter to the way we think things are supposed to be, our mind is thrown off guard, and we look to terms like magic or illusion to justify what we've just witnessed. But what is happening is not magic or an illusion, it is a psychological trick. And in the one I've just played on you, the final number will always be half of the number that is added. Let's take a closer look at what is going on when our mind is tricked. Each of us have a picture painted of how the world is and how we think it should be in our mind. Mind tricks occur when we have an experience that goes against these established thought patterns. When this happens, we are confronted with hardcore evidence in the form of a real experience that shows us the picture we've painted isn't all that accurate. It's very similar to a professional baseball player stepping up to the plate and expecting a fastball, but the pitcher knows the batter is expecting a fastball, so he throws a curveball to throw him off. Mind tricks are the curveball, and the way we think things are supposed to be is the fastball. The curve of the ball alone is not what makes a curveball so effective. What gives the curveball its real power is when the batter is looking for a fastball. If the batter is looking for a curveball, the pitch loses half of its effectiveness. But because the batter puts expectations in place and prepares to react to a fastball, he's completely unprepared to react to the curveball. In other words, mind tricks only work because we have an idea of how things should be in our mind. If we had no expectations or limitations on what could happen, then our mind simply wouldn't be caught off guard by what does happen. Mind tricks do not defy the reality we live in, but they defy what we think that reality is. In next week's video, we will discuss 3 psychological mind tricks you can use to fool your friends. See you then.